Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Lately, I've been experiencing an uptick of discussions about the youth and their trajectory. We've been having these discussions talking about this generation and what it might look like in 20 years, 40 years. And quite frankly, fam, there's a lot of people who don't have a lot of hope. And I want to challenge everybody. And don't get me wrong, fam, it's exhausting. It's exhausting trying to reach them. It is exhausting. But it's also important and it's refreshing to share the news that this don't apply to all of the youngsters. It's a small percentage who get all of the attention for being ignorant and negative and stupid, doing stupid stuff, right? But if we're bombarded with that, then, and that's all we see, then we tend to think that that's all it is. And we ignore all of these graduations that we see every year, every spring, every fall. We're attending graduations. We're watching them on the internet. Thousands of young people graduating, trying to do something with their life. They're going on to the next level, or they're starting their own businesses and stuff. We tend to not even think about them. We only go straight to the negative, right? We only looking at these people who are being the youngsters who are being disrespectful, who are being disobedient, who look like they got about one more day left on this planet. One more day left of freedom, right? So we got to train our brains to recognize the youngsters out there that are on the right path. Because it's unfair to paint them with a broad stroke. I mean, imagine if somebody did that to us. All of us were not on the wrong path. I know I was, but I got right. But all of us were not on the wrong path even when we were coming up. But the generation before us tend to kind of group us all together. So although I do believe that there is a lot of work to be done, we can pat ourselves on the back for the accomplishments and the strides that are being made right now in real time. But I will say this. I agree with Too Short. I had a conversation with Too Short about this. And Short was like, man, I don't know what to do, man. I wish there was a way that we could sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. Because, man, if you look at the scoreboard, we're behind. I mean, we're way behind. And you got people on the bench cracking jokes, playing on their phone, and butting them over there still running up the score. Short was talking about how the youngsters today, if we start at 20 years old, the guy who is the nerd in 40, by the time he's 40, 45, he's going to be way ahead of the cool guy that's in the streets, that's making moves and all this type of stuff, because that's going to play out. That's a very short life. Y'all hear me out there? All you youngsters out there that's getting the quick money, that's making the quick licks, listen to what I say. You remember this, because if you stay on that path, you're going to run into a brick wall. You are going to fall. And the hope is when you fall, that you're able to get back up. That you don't fall so hard that you can't get back up. Because you are going to absolutely fall. That ain't wishing bad. That's being a realist. The guys that are the cool dudes right now, the guys that's making the money, that's making the quick licks, that's getting the girls, that's a short life. That's gonna play out. Meanwhile, the guys who decide that I'm going to be responsible, respectful, it's going to take a minute, but I'm going to build. This guy right over here, that's by the time these two guys are 40, 45 years old, they start off at 20. By the time they start the race, and both of them are 20 years old, by the time this nerd guy is 40, 45 years old, he's the boss. And this guy over here is trying to get a job from this guy over here. The cool guy trying to get a job from the nerd. Because the cool guy that messed his life off. He done picked up charges. He's limited in terms of where he can get jobs from. His job opportunities are limited. In any event, he has to go and try to ask for a job from the nerd dude. The picture I'm trying to paint is the nerd is going to have longevity. The cool dude, the street dude, the hustler, his time is short. His days are numbered from the time he pick up that package. His days are numbered from the time he brandished that gun. His days are numbered from the time he jump off that porch and decide that he don't want to deal with school. His days are numbered. Sometimes he get his head knocked off at 13, 14, 15 years old, 17, 18, 19. Get his head knocked all the way off. Sometimes it's death. Sometimes it's a lengthy prison sentence. By the time he gets out, the world has passed him by. Everybody done got married, everybody got kids, people done built futures and all this stuff. And he's gonna do one or two things. He's either gonna try to catch up or he's gonna try to catch in. If he tries to catch up, he's going right back to jail. Or he might end up getting his head knocked all the way off. If he decides to catch in, he's gonna have to go and ask the nerd for a job. And he's gonna do that job, and it ain't gonna be no more big bad guy pushing the nerd around or whatever. Because the moment you get out of pocket with that nerd and you say something slick, you're getting fired, and your whole livelihood gonna be affected. High school is over. Playtime is over at that point. So, yeah, I'm with Short. I really don't know how to reach the ones that are just wilding and, that have had many opportunities to get it right. I don't know how to reach them. And, I think I've resolved to not even reaching them. I say for everybody, not just me, not just Short, but everybody out there, let's focus our energy on the ones who want to be saved. Let's focus our energy on the ones who are asking for assistance, who want to be mentored, who want to do the right thing. And if we got something left, let's offer it. Let the other youngsters know, hey man, here's a pathway, and you can choose at any time. But running behind them, hoping and praying and trying to convince them, and especially, and they come in with attitude. Now, some of them are just going to have to learn the hard way. And that's the sad truth. No more talk.